let's start out with this. Last week, we introduced a few things, right? A new package, and we introduced that now customers can get the Go Green packs and things like that. So we did more of a new product announcement Zoom instead of an actual training Zoom. Um, and next week, I think I'm going to train with Joe because I want to do a specific topic. But I'm going to give the room over to Joe now because and if you guys, this is training too. So if you guys got questions and stuff, just please, put them in the chat. And that's about anything, about everything, right? Put them in the chat, and we can take questions on just about anything. So Joe,
All
is
right,
yours.
thanks, Mike. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Mentorship Monday. My name is Joe Gentle, and I am so honored to be here with you tonight as one of Asante's trainers and organic influencers. I was talking to Mike last night. Oh, by the way, if you, like Mike was saying, if you have a question, just write it down. Questions are like red lights. Think of it like that. If we don't turn that light green, you're trying to listen, but you're still trying to remember the question and you're really not hearing what we're doing. So just write it down, forget about it, turn the light green, and we move on. I don't want to go through any red light. So everyone's on mute right now. We will come off and answer any questions at the end because this is a training. And this training is specifically for business builders, people who are mentors or want to become mentors for their organization. Now, of course, you can't just say you're a mentor to someone. Someone actually has to honor you and choose you for a mentor. But when you are the leader of the pack, that's pretty easy for them to do. And that's what we do here on Mentorship Monday. We teach you how to lead and then how to lead from behind, because ultimately you want your people, like I do, earning more money than me, because that's network marketing. That's how network marketing works. The better they do, the better we do. The more people we help get what they want, that's how we get what we want, right? We all know that. Okay, so think of it like this: every single person has the same two. It doesn't matter gender. It doesn't matter faith, religion. It doesn't matter culture. None of that matters. This is an equal opportunity, right? For people with the vision and the work ethic. Those two things, that combination right there is unstoppable. Doesn't matter how much you weigh, it doesn't matter how you look. It matters what you think up here. This is where it all starts. And this mind of ours has to make up our pocket. We can't allow our pocket, especially if there's not a lot of money in it, to make up our mind. And I call that maybe being broke, which is fine in our pocket, but a broke mindset is truly being poor. And we are not poor. I have been broke. I have been rich. Rich is better. That's what Cher said anyway. So I can tell you that with 100% certainty, having enough money to be able to do whatever you want, not worrying about gas prices, not worrying about food prices, not worrying about this. Not that I'm just over the top and I don't care about those things. I do. But are we really going to be able to do a whole lot about that? Think about it. The only thing we can do is this. We all are the same. We have a dream. And if our dream is up here and our income is down here, right? And this is what we teach our organizations. You have two choices. Very simple. You can take your income up to meet your dream or more, or you can do what? Take your dream down to meet your income. That's a no-no. Do not do that. This call is for people that want to take their income up and beyond their dream. So I want you to dream big. I want you to have big, hairy, audacious goals. BHAGs, BHAGs. I want you to really be excited because we are the #1 and the only USDA certified organic superstore in the world. We are organic influencers. I was having this conversation with Mike last night, and I said, Mike, what do we really call ourselves? Are we associates? Are we marketing executives? Are we distributors? He says, no, man, we are organic influencers. And I said, okay, well, are people going to think that they have to be like on social media a lot to do that. No, because no matter if you're doing this belly to belly or if you're doing this social media or a combination of both, which I highly advise to do it all, or at least 4 or 5 things. I mean, get really good at a couple of things. We're going to talk about that in a second. We're influencers. We are organic influencers. We have been for many years, right? Most of us have been in really loving organic products or toxic-free products for many years, and we try to find the best we can. Now, obviously, with Asante, with over 100 toxic-free products and certified organic, we don't have to worry about it anymore. But isn't that the true concept of network marketing? Isn't network marketing, and that's another thing. Are we network marketing, or are we affiliate marketing? Are we direct sales? Are we relationship marketing? Ladies and gentlemen, that's majoring in the minors. I think that's majoring in the minors. No, okay, we want to attract people, obviously. We don't want to turn people off, okay? But I don't care what we call it. I love network marketing. I love the whole concept. I love the whole industry. But if we want to call ourselves direct sales or, affiliate marketing, that's fine. But the bottom line is, when this business is done properly, when this business called network marketing is done properly, there is no other industry in the world that will give you the benefit of this wonderful industry called health, because health is true wealth, right? I would think people like, and really, I mean, I hate even thinking like this, but I would really think that people like Steve Jobs would have given his fortune to have his health, right? And we all would. So health is true wealth, and then wealth, but not just wealth. How about residual income? That's why we do network marketing. It was the thing I saw first when I was first introduced to this industry in 1992. I saw a company that was offering me an opportunity to buy from them, taking dollars I was already spending on products that I was already using, soap and cleaning products and coffee and things like that, whatever. And then just taking that same money and now using the same money to transfer to wealth build with money I was already spending. How hard of a concept is that to understand? Most of the objections we get in this industry are what? Well, I don't have any time. I don't have any money. Time and money. Well, what are you ever going to do to be able to create more time and money for yourself? Are you going to start another business and have less time and more outgo than income? Well, the only thing that you can do, in my opinion, is network marketing. The only network marketing worth doing, a company worth doing, is Asante Organics. Why? Because we have a 2x compensation plan with no volume requirements to qualify for the platinum level, to earn not just a 10% on each side, but to get up to a 100% check matching bonus, a true check matching bonus. I go help 5 people make $1,000. I not only get paid in the 2x comp plan, I also make an additional $5,000 because I help 5 people make $1,000 of my personally enrolled. And that's why you can personally enroll people as deep as you want. It doesn't matter. And you can help people build a business. Okay, so we understand this. We understand why Asante Organics is a great opportunity, because it's the only products I'll ever use. I don't care what's out there. I'm not putting a patch on me. The glue on those patches are transdermal patches. That toxicity, those toxic ingredients are going into my system. I'm not taking, supplements that aren't clean, and I'm surely not using personal care products that have polys, propyls, and parabens, phenoxyethanol, propylene glycol. Oh my gosh. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, we need to educate people. So whatever your passion is for organics, whether you want to heal people or fix people, you want to be an organic mechanic, like a mechanic fixing your car, or you just want to be a true self-development coach, which is what I love to do, and educate people not just on organics, but also on how to earn wealth, true wealth, residual income. What's the difference whether my friend has $10 million in the bank, peeling off $1 million a year, and hopefully the stock market and whatever he has that in is gonna be there, right? Or earning $10,000 a month. Did I say 10,000 or $100,000 a year? $10,000 a month on his money, or earning $10,000 a month with Asante. What's the difference? Having $1 million peels you off what? About $10,000. well, we can show people how to do that without having to go crazy and work for 20 years and put up with all the aggravation and the stress and the liability and all the outgo that is in dealing with all the employees and dealing with all the people and the customers. And what we're dealing with now are our friends. We become friends. We become family in Asante. Now I'm dealing with people that I love and care about most, my organization, right? I mean, yeah, we have family that I call blood family, but we also have Asante family. And let me tell you something. I have a brother. I have a brother that's 3.5 years older than me, and I love my brother. He's awesome. I have a super relationship with him, especially now because we just shared my dad's passing a few months ago, and we were together on that, and something happened to us. We really got closer than ever on that at that moment. So I always look for wins in bad situations. I always look for wins, and that was a huge win for us. Dealing with my mom now and how her health is, and we really became very close. But prior to that, we were close, but not like we are now. But I can tell you something: Mike Winiger and Danny Winiger are like my brothers. If I was in trouble, I would call Mike or Danny. Those guys would be there, boom, like that for me, and better than blood, okay? More than blood. And those are the kind of relationships that we have in this industry. And we develop these relationships with our teams. Our teams are so important to us that we want to make sure we're giving them everything that they need and the best quality of products, comp plan, ownership, upline, mentorship, all those things. And if somebody can find something better, you can show me, but there's no better products in the world than Asante Organics. And quite frankly, there's really no better compensation plan either, because I was in a 7-level unilevel for 20 years, and I was earning $65,000 a month without additional bonuses. That was my pure residual income for many years, $1 million a year earner. And I don't say that to brag or impress you. I'll tell you that. I tell you that because I want to express more that if I had the Asante compensation plan that I was working then, I would have earned 4 times, 5 times that, because I had $1 million on 7 levels. And by the way, we have some people from New Zealand on the line, and I had a big organization. And you guys remember Goji Juice? I had a huge organization in Free Life, and we had Australia, New Zealand, all over the place. I had $10 million under my 7 levels that I wasn't getting paid on. Now, I had a lot of stability. That meant stability, but still, it's kind of nice to be able to get paid on. So in this 2 by Infinity compensation plan is phenomenal. But how are we going to execute? How are we going to do that and teach our organization, more importantly, teach our organization how to execute and do it and make it happen? That's why mentoring people is so important. So you want to make sure you're giving them the best opportunity on the planet right here at Asante Organics. Now, we talk about many ways on how to do this, right? Well, there are many ways in doing this business. I think being an organic influencer gives you the opportunity to be able to diversify on how you want to approach people. We always want to talk to people wherever we are. That's a no-brainer, right? We always want to talk to friends and family and acquaintances. And even though people say, "Oh, I burnt out my friends and family. They're not going to ever do this with me. They don't respect me, whatever." Ladies and gentlemen, can I just tell you, please, we are here to not pull any punches. This is Mentorship Monday. This is a training. This isn't for people that just want to use some products once in a while. This is for business builders. You start that stinking thinking, and that will infiltrate into your mindset. It'll start getting into your heart. It'll start coming out of your mouth, and you will destroy your organization in seconds, literally. I'm telling you, there is no room for excuses. And you know what I say? I use it. I go like this, or maybe I'll use my left hand. An E. That's an E. You know what an E is? You know what E stands for? Excuse. It's called excuse-itis. It's a disease, and we need not to have that. Okay, I'm telling you, excuse-itis is a bad thing, and we become excuse eliminators. Okay, because you can make money, you can make excuses, but you cannot do both at the same time. It is impossible. I'm not going to tell you I never made excuses in my life. My gosh, I made them all. Every single one of them. I did, until I found some mentors in my life that started helping me get away from that stinking thinking and start thinking abundant and start thinking I can instead of I can't and things like that. Okay, we all know this. This isn't anything new. We've listened to all the tapes. We've read the books. We the audio books and the cassette tapes in the day. Remember that? Now we have everything on MP3 and on files. And my gosh, it's crazy the type of technology that we can take advantage of today. In the old days, we had beepers and I had to stop and use a payphone if I wanted to make a phone call to somebody. And now we have little computers that we carry around with us. It's incredible. So there is literally no excuses. The only how about this? If you're breathing, there's no excuse. If you're not breathing, well, that's a pretty good excuse. How's that? I'll go with that. All right. So no, we don't pull punches. We just want to encourage and we want to educate. Now listen to this. This is important. We want to educate and then elevate every single person we meet. Doesn't matter culture. It doesn't matter faith. It doesn't matter how big, how tall, how skinny. All that matters is, do they have a dream and are they willing to learn? How's that? Do you have a dream and are you willing to learn? Because if you do, I am going to get with you and I am going to help you become a millionaire in Asante Organics. That's my goal, is to have more millionaires in our company than any other company in the industry of network marketing. And let me tell you something. We have the right ownership. We have the right team in place. Mike Winterger kept us in business for over 20 years. I can't say that about my last company. That guy, we went to 300 million. You know what he did? He screwed it all up, blew it out, didn't want to do it anymore. In the beginning, he was telling everyone, oh, yeah, this is forever. You'll never have to worry again. The spigot will never stop. Yeah. And I had everything imaginable known to man and woman, as far as all the material, the things that people get in this business. But you know what I didn't have? I didn't have an owner who cared enough. And now we do. Thank God. Okay? Now we do. We have Danny Winterger, my brother Danny. I mean, one of the best trainers. You ever hear Danny say the same thing over and over again? The organic industry is here and it's growing whether you like it or not. How many times have you heard Big Daddy Dan Winterger say that? Okay? Either you can be a part of it or you're going to get passed up. All right? We have JJ Levine, a renowned chiropractor in Phoenix, who's made a lot of money in this industry of network marketing, understands it thoroughly as our president. Phenomenal guy. His wife, Angie Levine, our chief marketing officer, built that business with JJ. Together, they built a phenomenal organization, and now she is the chief marketing. We have that. We have Linda, who's our CFO, who keeps all our books, right? Everything in place. Everything's paid. Our office is beautiful. Our products are labeled beautifully. Our website is awesome. All the tools in our back office are there. No excuses, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, we're always CANI, C-A-N-I, right? C-A-N-I, constant and never-ending improvement. We're always CANI. If you have a good idea, I want to hear about it. Okay? We are not egotistical maniacs here. We're not people that don't, oh no, you just do it this way. If you don't like it, it's my way or the highway. Did you ever hear that? Really? That's not this industry, okay? I had a boss once. Oh my gosh. I still remember this. I was a kid. I was like 22. I used to drive a tractor trailer for a living. And I hated it so much. My inspiration was based on my desperation so bad that when I found this industry of network marketing, I was so excited. I gave myself 10 years to make it. All right, 10 years. What was I doing anyway? Right? I found this industry at 32 years old. By 35, I was full time. I got rid of my truck, and boom, I was full time in this industry. Semi-retired at 35 years old, and kept that going my whole life. Ladies and gentlemen, this guy, a boss, and you can spell boss two ways: B-O-S-S or backwards, double S-O-B. Right? This guy was a double S-O-B. This guy, I used to say, Pat. Man, I was like always the best driver no matter where I was, right? I was always going to be there the earliest, work the latest, do it. I wanted to make money. And so I'd be like, Pat, I really want this run. This guy's going to quit now. And this run, I really know it. He goes, you want that, Joey? You want that, Joey? Let me ask you a question. How does it feel to want? What? I was like, you know what, man, I just wanted to choke that guy's tongue out of his mouth. But let me just tell you something. When he said that to me, that motivated me, man. I was like, you know, it doesn't feel good. And someday, dude, someday I'm not going to have to want, especially from you. Okay? Because let me tell you something, when you have a dream and you are willing to learn and you are in the right industry, now you can be in the wrong business. You can have a big dream. But if your business does not offer you residual income, right? All you have is a job, a job, a jailhouse of boredom, just over broke. All those analogies that go with that word job. That's all you have. You work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, paycheck. You broke by Saturday. Start again Monday. I mean, that's all a job really is. Now, there's some wonderful jobs. There's nurses, there's doctors, there's all kinds of wonderful occupations, and I love people that love their job. Actually, I'm envious of people who really love their job. I really am. Because anyone that has that kind of traditional thinking, like going to work for 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, retire, and then have your pension and their social security, awesome. God bless you. I had that bone in my body. I always had the entrepreneurial bone, No matter what I did, I wanted to own it. No matter what I did, I wanted to be better. No matter what I did, I wanted to be the best at. And I pretty much was at whatever I do. And I'm sure you are too. That's why you're on this call here tonight. So on that note, let's just talk about a couple of quick things, and then we'll open it up for some questions. When I was talking a little earlier on what we can do on how to do this business, I think sometimes people try to do too many things. Now, we can do a lot, don't get me wrong, and some people can do more than others. But if you can just get good at 2 or 3 means of contacting people and you're hitting your goals, maybe how many contacts you want to make a day, 3, 5, 10, it's different for everyone. Don't try to do 20 things, right? I mean, there's, like we were saying right before, there's belly to belly, there's making a list, there's social media, there's all kinds, there's phone work, there's emails, there's text, there's all kinds of things, sending people links. In our back office, every single one of our products has a link to it. But find a couple things that you feel comfortable with, okay? Because if you're not comfortable with it, especially in the beginning, you're not going to do it. So it's nice to think you're going to do it. And people are doing the business in their mind 24/7, but they're not making any money because they're actually not doing it physically, right? A lot of mental networking going on, but what about the physical networking? You actually have to do it. You have to talk to people, right? So find a couple people or a couple ways, means of what you really love to do. Well, I'm going to send 10 emails a day. I'm going to send 10 texts a day. I'm going to happy birthday people every single day, which is good. I'm going to build my Facebook account. I'm going to build my Insta account, whatever social media platform that you really love to work with. And I'm going to do it that way, and that's fine. But I'm not going to talk to people when I see them. No, you see, that kind of doesn't work either, because that's an easy way to do it when you're out at a restaurant or you're at a gas station, no matter where you are, at an office, no matter where you are. Hey, how about this? How about getting with people that you do business with already, right? The people maybe you're a landscaper, you're giving them money. So I'm giving this guy money. I'm sure going to share my opportunity with them. Or your dry cleaners, or your doctor, your dentist, anyone that you do business with already where you are actually giving them money, I would share this business with, because I like keeping our money within our own network. I like, if I need somebody to do something, I like checking out if a person is working and they're working their way out of work by teaching people how to work, because that's what we do. If a person is actually still working and I'm mentoring them in Asante, and they are could be anything. They could be a house painter, and I need my house painted. Well, I'm sure not going to give my house to paint to somebody else. I'm going to give it to this person because they're in my organization, and I want them to have the money because I want them to be able to have that money, to use that money to build their business. And here we go. Now this is the great co-op. This is the great co-op, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we do. We network with each other. We wealth build with each other. And that's how we all become successful. And like Zig Ziglar used to say, I'll see you at the top, right? Because that's how we get to the top, by helping other people get to the top. I'm going to close with this, and then I want to open it up. I want to tell you a little story. Did you ever hear the bird in hand story? I'm going to tell it to you real quick. So there's these 2 young wise guys that are going to try to discredit the wise man in the town. And the way they're going to do it by this. Now, the wise man is the wise man. Every single person in the little town loves the wise man. They all think he's awesome because he's wise. These kids don't want to put the sweat equity in. They don't want to put the work in. So what do? They're going to discredit the old man, and then everybody will say how great they are. So they're going to go into the town square when everyone's there on a Sunday, and they're going to have a bird. This is their little plot. They're going to have a bird in their hand, and they're going to simply say to the wise man, "Is this bird alive or is it dead?" And they say to themselves, "Well, if the wise man says it's alive, we're just going to crush it and show everybody it's dead. Or if he says it's dead, we're just going to open up our hands and let it fly away." It's a no-lose situation for these young wise guys. So here we go. They're asking the old man, is this bird alive or dead? The old wise man says this: "The fate of that bird is in your hands." And that's what I want to leave you tonight with. The fate of Asante is in your hands. You can either crush it or you can either let it fly. But ladies and gentlemen, when it flies, that's when you really enjoy the benefits of this wonderful industry and these awesome products. All right. Well, let's open it up, and for any questions, concerns, anything that you have, we'd love to answer any of your questions. Anything?
You've just given us an idea, and this is
Okay.
going to be really funny. We were giggling the whole time. You just said your last words. My business partner's name is Rosella, which is a bird's name. Her
Okay.
surname is Wise.
All right. See it? There's no, yeah, it's serendipitous, man. It happens all the time with Asante. It's unbelievable. Wait till you just keep hearing this kind of stuff that happens. It's wild. There you go. The fate of that bird lies in your hand.
Are you allowed to use the word, like I'm an online influencer, I will tell you that. Are we allowed to use the word Asante in our groups and on all our marketing material, or is there some sort of
Well,
law
yeah,
against that?
as long as you're not making crazy claims, you know.
Yes.
And go ahead, Mike.
No, yeah. You can, like Joe was saying, right? We got to be, we're always careful with our verbiage, right?
Yep.
And which you guys have been
Yep.
around for a long time. So, but if you use the scientific organics and stuff, that's fine. Yeah.
So is there any countries you can't go in?
Iran.
Yeah. I mean, we can be overseas and for not for resale. That's easy. That's not a bad thing. We have shipping. And by the way, in the United States, our shipping is phenomenal. I mean, you order today, you'll get it in 2 or 3 days. It's great.
Awesome.
So if you're in an expo, because you're not allowed, did you say you're not allowed to do it for resale? Are you allowed to sell some of the goods at an expo or not? Like, can you sell some of the products?
I mean, the whole thing about we've been doing this for 22 years in all countries, right? So we've got people in almost everywhere, and they're building a business with it. So just have at it. How's that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Well, here's the other thing. When we do have enough people in New Zealand, for example, we'll open. But you have to have a nice, organization.
We'll have
right?
a warehouse, is what he means.
Yeah, we'll have a warehouse.
Yeah, but going out there and
we're here for the big picture, man. We're here to make it happen. We want to be a huge company, huge. I mean, we're used to being with companies that were $200-300 million in sales, and so that's our goal. That's Mike and Danny and JJ and Angie and all of our goal. Let's get big, man. Go big or go home. And I'm gonna tell you something. We're not going home. We're going big.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
I have a question.
So how big can we go at the start?
What's that?
How big can we go at the start?
Go
you just
big.
Go big.
Yes, Renee.
We realized you couldn't see us.
Can't see you, but I can hear you. And I can see the ladies out there. Yep.
Okay. So I have had so many conversations because of the company that I came from. Mike knows anyway, and they are so brainwashed. Like over 50 conversations. Okay. And all I can do, and I'm starting to get a little bit frustrated,
Yep.
but they're reaching out to me. Okay. I've reached out to the ones that I knew that would listen to me, and it gets to the point of that I get so overwhelmed that I have to just like turn my phone off and go for a hike. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you have to.
And
You have to.
now that summer is here, because I've been helping with my grandson, and then my granddaughter just graduated, I want to really start focusing more on people and friends that I know will be able to do this. And I guess what I'm asking is, I just need to know how to just continue so that I don't get so overwhelmed, because I mean, every single day someone new will reach out with me from this other company that I've been with. Should I let that go, or should I still do it?
Good question.
There you go.
Go ahead, JJ.
Okay, I was just going to say you're on mute, but Joe, what I would share with Renee is this: at the end of the day, you know your audience, and you know when people are time wasters. And Renee, I would also suggest that there are contrarians that want to engage in the sport of being a contrarian. When you know that's occurring, move on. The bottom line is the best thing you can do for those people is show that you've got a solid foundation. You keep on pumping out that great daily content that you're doing. They're going to know you're not wishy-washy. And eventually, as long as you keep dripping on them, like they're dripping on you, they're going to see the light, especially when statistically their company's going to burn them. We've got people all the time who sadly their company burns them. This is a company whose corporate team were distributors in other companies in this industry before. We know what it's like to have the rug pulled out from under us. We know what it's like to be burned. We know what it's like when companies play these games. We don't do that. We treat you the way that we wish we had been treated. So Renee, you're home. You stay solid, have a solid foundation, and the ones that just want to be contrarians, go to the next one.
Great advice, JJ. I'm gonna tell you a quick story real quick, then we'll get a couple of questions if you have anyone else. There's a lot of revenge and success, right? You hear that sometimes. And in the beginning, I had a hard time, right? I drove a tractor trailer for a living. I was young. I didn't have any money. Who's gonna listen to me? I never let that get in the way. All the truck drivers, yeah, hey, here comes Joey, yeah, here comes Network Marketing Joe. Hey, how you doing, buddy? You still driving that truck, huh? Yeah. And then when I did finally get rid of that truck, and I had my brand new Lexus at the time, I'm driving to a diner to do a presentation, and I see one of the guys in a parking lot of like a Menards type place, or like a Lowe's. He's in the parking lot. I said, "Oh, let me go have some fun with this guy." So I pull in next to him, and he's there in the truck, right, eating his sandwich in his truck, like I used to do. And I roll and I hit the window down like this, and the windows comes down like that. You go, "Hey man," he's looking. "How you doing, Joe? Yeah, remember that business that I'll never make it in? I made it." And I put the window up. And I'll tell you, man, that felt really, really good. And I'm not like that. I'm really not that kind of person, but man, that felt good. So you'll only lose if you quit. And quitters never win, and winners never quit. And you know that, Renee. I'm not telling you anything new. So
Thanks for your input, you guys.
Yeah.
It.
And
Any other questions?
I get it where a lot of companies, let me tell you about, again, this conference, you don't rip people's money away from them, right? I mean, that's the craziest thing you can possibly do. This compensation plan was developed, placed, it's been in this company for 22 years, never changed. It's something even more, I think, or just as valuable as that is, look, our employees have been here since the very beginning, and they're still in the back. I've watched their kids go from getting born to going into college already. That says a lot about the atmosphere of a company and how good it is inside these four walls when everybody who's here has been here from the very start. And that's huge. I think that's really huge.
It is. Thanks, you guys. Appreciate it.
It's also a good point, Renee, that if they're watching you, you're doing something correct, and people will look to see what's going down. So we're big influencers. We've just walked out of one big company, and we've got a lot of flack online at the moment. But a lot of them are watching what we're doing and wanting to know why and why you've walked. So you've got to just do reverse psychology on them, and then just don't even play into their games. Just let them know what's working and what's good and why you left. So just promote the goodness of this company, promote the 100% check match, because no company does that, and just promote that it's, you've gone where the money is so that you can help the everyday person earn from what they already spend money on.
Exactly.
Exactly. And we haven't changed our comp plan in over 20 years. And our products are awesome. And we didn't, compromise on those formulas. We only make them better. Companies start compromising on stuff. I can't even buy goji juice anymore because the company they merged with, Longevity, changed the formula. It tastes like grape juice now. I won't even drink it. It's ridiculous. What a piece of junk that is. Anyway, but I still make $1,000. Can you imagine? I still make $1,000 a month in that thing. I haven't done anything in 15 years. I buy some vitamins. That's it, just to get it, so I can qualify to get a check. Isn't that our industry? No, it's not 65,000 a month, but it's like, maybe not quite like a Social Security check, but it's $1,000. I mean, that's our industry.
If you're with the right company, and the company understands, like, look, here's what we have to accept from a corporate standpoint. And this is where these other companies have an issue with that, Leanne, is when the corporate team sits there, and we know that people are out there making more money than we take because we have to put money back into research and development. I mean, there is so much to run this space, but we accept that for a few reasons. One, we got to use these products. Where are we going to go if we did something crazy stupid? That's not happening, because this is stuff I use, our kids use, my grandkids use this, and JJ's family and everybody. But we sit here, we know that, hey, we know that these people are going to make, I'm eating a beet. What am I doing that? These people are going to make a lot of money, and we resonate with that, and that's what we want. And so we've been together 22 years, seeing that, where all these other companies, the minute that stuff starts happening, everything starts changing. Joe's an example of it.
Yeah, it happens.
And Leanne and Renee and everybody else too. So we've all been.
All right. Any other questions, comments?
No, not at this stage.
Okay.
Just mind's blowing.
Yeah, good. All right. Hey, listen, we have our opportunity Zoom tomorrow evening at 5:30 Pacific, 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern. I don't know Kiwi time. I don't know what that is.
12:30 at lunchtime.
Oh, lunchtime. Yeah. All right. So
Five guests. If you bring 5 guests, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you get 5 guests, and you get $100 in cash or $150 in product, whatever you choose.
Let me give everyone a little sneak peek real quick. We are going to have a Zoom tomorrow. I think it's going to be our best one yet, because I'm partnering with a fellow who got real excited again and made his home permanently now in Asante, who was $1 million income earner in another company as well. And this guy is a super guy. I mean, he's Superman, and you're going to love him. And I'm not even going to tell you his name yet, because we're going to introduce him tomorrow night on the Zoom. But everybody really needs to get guests on this Zoom. It's going to be great. We're going to do the presentation together, and then we're going to have a couple testimonies. When we talk about the products, it's going to be awesome. So
awesome.
wait till you start seeing the quality of people. I mean, just like you guys, and just like everyone on this call right now, I say is just really high quality, great people, wonderful people. I mean, I love Linda. She's happy Sunday, happy Monday. She's always giving us a shout out, man. And that just, she makes my day on that. And just good people, right? But this guy's a super stud. He really is. And we were talking before about family. Renee was talking about, these people, but never discount anyone, because like we always say, and you've heard 100 times, every dud knows a stud, right? And so you just never know where that person is going to come in. And with our Infinity comp, the 2x Infinity comp plan, that person can wind up on your millionth level. It doesn't matter, because that volume still counts for you. So it's beautiful. It's a beautiful together comp plan. So anyway, all right. Well, thank you so much for joining us. And it was a pleasure to meet our new team here from New Zealand. Wonderful ladies,
Yes,
beautiful
welcome.
ladies there. And thank you so much, everyone, for being on with us tonight. Mike, JJ, great job. And we'll see you tomorrow night. Okay. See you tomorrow night on our Zoom.
Joe.
Thanks a lot.
Tomorrow afternoon during ZZ.
Yeah. Yeah. She's actually Wednesday afternoon for them.
And I see Lay's in here. So, hey, Mike, I don't know what time it is in Australia, but
Yeah.
there too. So,
So-
We will forever be in your future.
Yeah. It's
Perfect.
5 o'clock somewhere, right?
Correct.
All right.
Awesome.
Go have some fun.
God bless you all.
See you
Take care.
tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye-bye.